I got into law enforcement when I was about 20 years old. My wife saw a sign on the sheriff's department. It said, "Wanted deputy sheriffs." And at the time, I was just trying to make ends meet in construction and painting, and I had two kids, and it was a lifelong dream. I had been helped up by law enforcement in my background. Our family had some story that's dealt with both our parents were in prison at certain times. We came from poor families. And so I thought it was a dream I'd never get to realize. So I was able to work a bunch of different fields. I worked the jails, I worked escapes, apprehension, I worked detective bureau, and then I worked patrol courts. I was the coroner at one time. I ran the court security, and I was actually involved in anti-terrorism my last 2 years. But what I found is that all that experience, especially when I went over to be the assistant chief of the jail, gave me a well-rounded management experience in addition to all of the other parts of the sheriff's office. So what I believe that's going to help me is I just have the competencies working everywhere and actually running the jail as the assistant chief. And I also have the character that says I came from a life that I wanted to make better, and I can relate to a lot of the people in this community. I've been trying to expose some things for many years internally. I was actually working with this sheriff back in the 80s, mid-80s, and we were partners. And she was my direct supervisor and gave me a lot of information and taught me how to be the first detective. But as I watched how things progress and how power can kind of maybe twist some things and longevity, it made me remember why I really wanted to do this job. It wasn't for that, it was to serve the public like I was served when I was younger. So for me, right now, I see that the opportunity to serve is here. I ran in 2014. I took a back seat to help the person who ran in 2018 because I did not want to split the vote. I felt like the mission was more important than me. And now I believe it's the best opportunity because all those things I said for 12 years in the public and internally before that are all unfortunately came true. So in recent years, all the things that I kind of warned people about kind of came true. And it's really been heartbreaking to see the deaths, the mismanagement, all of the embarrassment that's been caused to the sheriff's office and all its employees, because I truly believe there are great men and women who work here from all genders, faiths, orientations, and they just want to do a good job and serve. But right now, with good management, with people that care and have the motivation not to stay in power but to serve, that's what I'll bring.